first graders, welcome back to Writer's Workshop. Remember, in writing now, we are focusing on nonfiction text, which means we're going to be reading nonfiction books and then we're going to be writing about them. So as a reminder, nonfiction are real books that tell, they inform, they teach, and they explain things to you so that you can learn them. So yesterday you had a paper, looks like this. You're going to need this paper today, okay? Because we're going to use this paper now to decide of the 3 animals that you wrote down yesterday, if you could only pick one to write about, just one to research, which one would it be? So today I'm going to help you with how do we pick? How do we decide? Because I really like all 3 animals that I picked. I don't know which one to do. So let's see. Remember yesterday you had this slide up and you could see all of the different choices that we have here for different topics that you might want to research and write about. We chose these topics for you because we have found in the past that most first graders really like some of these animals to research and read about. And we have a lot of books that you can read with to help learn about this. So how do I choose my favorite? Well, like I said, you picked 3 yesterday. So now let's think, out of those 3, which animal do you like the most? The most of all of them. If you could only pick one favorite, which one would it be? So now that you've had time to think about that, and if you need more time to think about it, you can pause it. Here's another question that's going to help you to decide. Which animal do you want to read about and learn about? So of those 3 animals, which one do you like? But if you were to read books, because as we do our research, you're going to need to read a lot of different books about this topic. So what do you want to read about? And then when you're reading about this, what do you want to learn about? So maybe you have 3, and maybe you really like cats, but you already know a ton about cats. So maybe you're like, yeah, I don't really want to read about cats, even though I like them. But I really want to read about this other topic that you had, and I really want to learn more about this animal because I don't know about this animal. So those are the 2 things that we need to think about to help you. So if you're in class and you want to pause it for a minute and just talk, if you're at home and you want to talk to someone at home about which animal you like the most and which animal you want to read about and learn about, go ahead and you can pause this video now. Okay, so today you have a paper in your folder that looks like this. We're going to use this paper to help us write what we want to know about the animal. So now that you have chosen your animal, okay, you're going to tell us what that animal is. For instance, if you look at this paper here, this is the same one you have. I gave you an example. My example is not one of your choices, so you will not be writing about zebras. So that's why I picked zebras today. So you can see how right in the middle here, I wrote zebras because it's all about zebras. So when you write your topic here, your animal that you chose, which will be one of these here, so whichever one you chose, one from this paper yesterday, you're going to write it in the middle. We'll know what your topic is that you're choosing. That means you are reading books about this topic, you are writing about this topic. This is the one you're sticking with. You can't write about cats one day and dogs the next day, okay? Because we're really going to focus on learning about this one animal that you're choosing. So choose wisely. All right, after you write down the animal, you've made your decision, you've written it down. So like I said, this says all about zebras. Next, I'm going to answer these questions here about zebras as an example. This is going to help you to formulate your own questions about your own animal. Remember, you're not writing about zebras. So for instance, at the top, if you see, look in the red here, I am wondering what my animal, you're going to finish this sentence. Now remember, this is about zebras for me. Yours are going to be very different. It could fit for yours though. It might not. So for instance, I am wondering what my animal eats. Maybe you've chosen an animal and you don't know what that animal eats. So you're going to write the word eats. I am wondering what my animal sounds like. I don't know what sounds zebras make, so that's why I chose that one, okay? Now, if you're doing cats, well, you know what a cat sounds like, so you might not do sounds like right there. Like I said, these are just ideas to help you finish these sentences and make a question. The next one over in purple. I am wondering where my animal lives. I want to know, where do zebras live? And I'm also wondering where my animal travels. So I want to know, do zebras stay in one spot or do they travel far? I'm wondering, if you look down in the green, why my animal has stripes. I mean, zebras have stripes. Why? So maybe you want to know a why question, something about your animal, why your animal does something or is a certain way. Down bottom, I'm wondering how my animal protects itself, because I know that zebras might have predators that want to get that zebra. So how do zebras protect themselves? And then down bottom, this is also I want to know. So if you look at what's down bottom in the green, I also want to know, how fast do zebras run? So when you think about your animal, what are you wondering about? It doesn't have to be how fast your animal runs. That's just my idea for zebras. Maybe you want to know about something totally different for your animal. At the side here, I'm wondering who my animal. I didn't really know how to fill this one in for zebras, so I left this one blank. But maybe you have an animal where it would fit for that, especially if your animal lives with people or goes to people for help, okay? So you might be able to fill this in. But I left this blank so you can see it's okay to leave one or two blank, all right? Fill in what you can fill in for your animal. So remember, you're going to be researching this animal later, so you're going to need this paper. If you are learning from home, I want you to save this paper in a good spot so that when you have all of your other writing papers that you're doing over the next couple of weeks towards your book that you are writing, you have them all in one spot to help you with your writing. Because that's why we do these activities before we write our book. All of these activities that we do help us when it comes time to write our own nonfiction book or our own all about book. So keep it in a safe spot. If you are doing this at school, your teacher will keep your paper for you so that you have it for when we are writing our books and when we're adding other things to it, finding more information, thinking of more questions, things like that. Okay? So I am super excited, and I know your teachers are super excited to see which animal you are choosing to write about and read about, and what fun questions you have. What do you really want to know about your animal? So submit this to us, and then we'll check it out. All right, bye, first graders.